with great female actors.
Yeah.
And in Mexicano too, you know, the girl Jennifer, she had a lot of challenges. You know, she had to do, you know, she's doing 2 languages.
Yes, that's tricky.
You know, it's tricky because
Very tricky.
you know, there's dialects within speaking Spanish.
Yes.
You know, so you can't be saying things that, well, that's more something we'd hear New York Puerto Ricans or Dominicans say. This has to be Southwest
That's correct.
Mexican,
because
Texan.
you know what the problem is? What I see when I see a lot of films,
it's
man,
not easy.
is that if you travel, if you read, if you get, you know, to know where we come from, it's a whole mix, Carmine.
It's a melting pot.
It's
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we speak Spanish. Yeah, we have that in common. But I tell you, we are very different from one another.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that goes with anything. I mean, if I'm a New Yorker and I go down south,
yes,
yeah, we both
help
live
me
in the
God.
same country, but
Yeah,
we
the whole-
talk
totally different
completely
game.
different. Yeah, they'll say words I don't understand, and vice versa.
Right, right.
know,
but it's challenging to get to know different people, right?
Yeah.
It's challenging to, you know, to mix it up with different cultures as well. That's pretty good. I just want to see, like, when the Spanish actress is coming along, and they're always playing the sex goddess, the hot woman with the nice boobs, the nice this, nice that, shoving my body. Let me show you my butt. I'm curvy. I'm like this one. I'm so tired, man. I'm so tired. I'm burnt out. I'm burnt out.
I think you're going to see over the next decade.
Things
now-
gotta change, Carmine.
Well, I
mean,
think you are going to see that happen because, you know, for obvious reasons. Every year that goes by, there are more and more, you know, Latinos living in the country. I think you're gonna see the work change. I think you're gonna see a lot of different kind of roles emerge because with people comes buying power and people buying tickets and renting movies, and they're gonna want to see different kind of movies and different kind of roles. You know, I think every group goes through stereotypical stuff.
Right.
I mean,
It's
for
so
a long time,
Italians do it all the time.
either you're a mafia guy or you're a chef.
One or two.
You're a chef or you're
The
a
lover boy,
Yeah.
this one, that one. It's
You
hard
know,
to break.
it's tough.
It's very hard.
But that's what makes guys, you know, sometimes you overlook it, but that's what makes people, why guys like, you know, De Niro were so important, because he was doing, forget about all the, of course, the early stuff, but he also did The Mission, and he did the King of Comedy.
Oh my
you know what I mean?
God.
So
the King of Comedy was pretty good.
yeah, so these are the roles that not only was he, you know, that he helped other actors who might be sort of that similar type or who are Italian actors. Look, you can break those stereotypes. Like with the Mexicano, we loved Raul right out of the gate because he was tall.
Right. Yeah,
You know, it's like because the perception is,
but
if you're Mexican, you're
but
short,
it's
you're
not only
this, you're that.
perception. I mean, let's get philosophical. Let's go deep into the waters,
Right.
baby. Let's jump
Right.
in. Okay, I mean, they're very short too, you know. I mean, it's not that I know, they're on my body
I'm Italian, I'm short, we're short. I don't want to say what I call myself, but
we're short. I mean, you know.
Being 5'8" myself, not
You're
exactly.
5'8"?
I'm only 5'8", yeah.
Do you like to cook?
It's my hair and my...
Carmen, do you like to cook? Do you
No,
cook?
I don't. If I knew how to cook, I'd probably be in better shape than I'm in. Because usually the cook doesn't eat.
Right. I'm just kind of curious. I love Italian food. I love ravioli. I can cook pizza from scratch.
That's good.
What do you think about that?
I think that's fantastic. Who wouldn't love someone that can cook pizza from scratch?
Like it's like Italian food is so special. Ravioli, spinach ravioli, and all that. No, I mean you want to see movies, directors, actors, producers coming together, but there's always a perception about women. They have to be this way. They have to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, expectations sometimes are not
Right.
quite, you know, realistic. And I just feel that it's in your duty as a producer, as a director, actor, to bring something different to the table.
Yeah, it is challenging. I think a lot of it too is I think what's going to help change that too is I think you're finally starting to see the emergence of a lot of great women filmmakers are finally starting to really get out there and get fun. Plus, you know, making movies right now, getting a film off the ground, in some ways it's easier because, you know, you can get these great cameras that look great, but, you know, raising money for a movie, you know, if you wanted to make a good independent film tomorrow, let's just throw out a super low number. Let's call it $100,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna have this $100,000. You're gonna kill yourself making it. You have to stretch that out.
Yeah.
Because you still have to pay for stuff.
Right. You got a budget that you got to work with.
Right. You got your locations and the insurance and the unions and the this and the that, and they all work with you great. I mean, like SAG to me is bent over backwards to make it easier for, low budget films to cast, union actors. But then you have, there's the equipment and the transportation. Whereas for that same $100,000,
Yeah.
you could develop like 7 or 8 television shows. You know what I mean? Because all you have to do is go write like a 20-page treatment pitch Bible, a
Right.
pilot script, and go shoot a 5-minute teaser, and
Right, and
boom,
get it
there's your
go.
package.
Yeah.
Because right now, I just think it's imperative for filmmakers. You're gonna have to learn this TV thing. I myself am learning it.
Right.
I'm reading up on it now. I'm asking every question I can.
Right.
Trying to because that's where all the money seems to be going, and all
Right.
the opportunities seem to be.
And besides, it seems to be, I'm sorry that I cut you off, that's all I do. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but TV seems to get better, it's better. There's a lot of great shows
I
on
think
TV.
The Sopranos is what changed everything. I mean, if you really think about what ushered in, I think we're in a golden age right now at TV.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
When you look at like
I
everything
agree.
from Breaking Bad to Mad Men to Sons of Anarchy, there's something for everybody. You got The Walking Dead, and you've got True Detective.
The Americans, even the Americans, man.
Americans.
I was so happy to see my boy Michael there, obviously. But I was so happy
No, it's a
because I
great
said,
show.
It's
Kerry
a great
Russell.
show.
Who would have thought Kerry Russell would have been in a show like that when she was doing the TV show? I'm forgetting the show she was on all those
what's
years
the
ago.
name of it? Yes.
But no, TV's giving.
It's changing.
But that's what I mean.
drastically. Times are changing very fast.
But I don't know if
Carmine.
I don't know if an actress would get the same kind of opportunity, because in a film, the studios are so worried about who's going to buy these tickets and who. Whereas on TV, they could. I think the roles are probably more interesting for females on television.
Right. Marketing and ratings are kind of like, you're always trying to.
I just watched even True Detective that was just on HBO. For me, I don't know how other people felt about it. I thought that show was
Amazing.
incredible. I was blown away by that show.
Yeah.
So
and Matthew McConaughey just
TV
cracked
excites me right now.
Yeah, it's exciting.
So that's
I love Veep. That's my show, baby.
another one. It's endless.
She is so funny.
Yeah, she's
a
another one.
natural.
Makes it look easy.
Yes. It comes easy.
Yeah.
Ideas, talent, this and that, and the actors, and you get along, and you go here, and you're a vice president, and guess what? You can be absolutely clueless.
Oh, well.
Right? And I like to see that. I like to see ideas, stories that are challenging. You see my painting? Look at that.
That's all right. It's good for the soul, that kind of hard work.
Oh, I'm a blue collar woman all the way. I don't care. Like I said, I went to school, I went to college, but I'm so blue collar, Carmine, that you wouldn't believe. I'm not like a baby Barbie doll.
Well, that's good.
I'm not that. But anyway, let's go back to you. This is not about me, it's about you. TV is getting better, the shows are getting better, the quality is getting better.
And how great is it for actors to get to stay with it? You go see a movie, that's the character, unless you're going to do a sequel. But look at how a guy like Gandolfini got to make that character grow and evolve and go over all those years and all those episodes. I mean, I would think if you're an actor and you can get that kind of a role, that kind of an opportunity, that's what actors, I would think, kill for something like that.
Yeah, but I think actors...
Now, you may reach a point where you want to, you're done with that character.
Right.
But I think, and it happens to a lot of actors, maybe after a certain amount of time, but I love watching these actors play these characters over all these years, because that's why we watch TV.
Yes.
TV's not movies. Movies, it's more for the story.
Yeah.
TV, we go in every week for the characters.
Right, the journey.
Yeah.
From the
That's
beginning,
why we're going
middle,
back.
and the end, yes.
Even when a show starts to lose a little steam, people still watch it because, but I love those characters.
What about SNL? Do you like well, I know that you like comedy, but do you watch SNL much?
I haven't watched it a lot the last couple of years, but I mean, it's like just constant flow of talent comes out of there. It's incredible.
Yeah, I love it.
To keep picking those great people all the time.
I don't know how they do it, but they fly, baby.
They do.
They fly.
Yeah.
And they have to be so good with improv, and they're so free. The sense of freedom to me is essential. I don't care what you're doing. You have to be able to be free and allow yourself to make all those mistakes. Because,
Right.
you know, sometimes we're obsessed and we want to fit in and we want to be this way, want to be that way, want to sound this way, want to sound that way. We're going
Right.
to get higher. Oh, I got to go. Oh, I got to look professional. Whatever that means.
And that's why it's good, I think, for actors to learn how to write.
Yes.
Because, you know, like in my
I want to talk
example,
about your writing skills. Keep going. It's 7:56. We got almost 4 minutes to go, and we're gonna keep going because this is not gonna stop. Before we go, I want to thank Gloria Messer and Gordon and Arthur English and Rich and Ignacio Nacho Guevara for the great photographs that we took last week. I love you. I think you're a great artist. I really adore you. And Alex and Charles and everybody else who's always helping every week. Before we go, keep talking, Carmen. I'm sorry, but I have to.
I just think it's a great thing for actors to learn how to write.
Yes.
You know, because you could, you know, you can make your opportunities. I mean, for me anyway, you know, almost every sort of little bit of a breakthrough I ever had with my career started with me writing the role for myself.
So basically, you have to take over. Literally.
You have to be prepared to or know how to, you know what I mean?
Right.
For some people, they could be people that just go the audition route
And boom.
God bless them, that's great.
Yes.
But for me, that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to have to go, you know, sort of a different route.
Now, does it scare you when you write things down, when ideas come to your head? How does it work, the creative process, in terms of your writing?
Everything is really based on, you know,
You go by your guts.
it's
I can
just
already
life.
tell.
You know, you could overhear a conversation in a restaurant and like, you know, deviate from that little conversation just a little bit and make a whole scene. I mean, I love to write. I would say that's really my favorite thing to do. I mean,
You're so good at it.
I really enjoy that.
You're
I mean,
so
I really
good at it.
Thank you. I really enjoy that.
You're so
You
good
know?
at it, so good at it, so good at it. What kind of stuff do you like besides movies and TV? Let's talk about Carmine, the man. We start backwards, but that's okay. Let's talk about you, a little bit of your background. I always start, you know, with the background right from the beginning of the interview, but let's go back to the beginning.
I love baseball.
Baseball?
I do love Star Wars.
You do? I thought you hated it.
I didn't
'Cause
say
we were-
that, no.
Well, but you sounded. And by the way, I want to say it. It is on the record. You're a handsome man.
Maranami.
Very-
You're making my mother's night. You know.
You're a very handsome man. I always liked, since I was a little girl, I always felt a great attraction. I don't like modeling types.
Well, you won't have to worry about that here.
I'm not into that. That doesn't turn me on one bit. I like men with character, okay? And I like men with great talent.
I'm gonna run with that.
You're gonna run with
I'll
that,
run
and
with
you're gonna
that. And I
rise?
can't run very fast, but I will run
But
with
you
that.
will run. And the beard, it's a lot of character
I
there.
tell you though, this is laziness. This is called razors costing too much money and me being too much of a lazy man to
Yeah,
shave.
but does your face, how does it work with your face?
Well, it's good. You don't get hit with too much sun, and it, you know, I don't know. I'm coming
Let me
up
ask you something. Do you like to look yourself in the mirror much? Or you don't? When you take a shower, when you're in a private moment, oof, my skin is showing.
It depends on what I'm looking at. My face, yeah, but I don't know about any other parts right now.
You're not, I mean, you don't seem
No,
to be.
I'm not a vain guy.
You're
Obviously not.
No, because I'm asking because some
Yeah.
people, you know, they obsess about themselves and with themselves. Do you call yourself, okay, let's talk turkey. Do you consider yourself narcissistic? No.
No,
But you're thinking
when
about
I you know, it's funny when I lost the weight for pounds.
Yes, that was a remarkable.
You know what I mean? When I got all that weight off, there might have been a brief period
Really?
where